Hi guys, giant hello to all of my families out there and students, parents, everybody alike. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. It wasn't necessarily the weather I was hoping for over the weekend because I'd really like that sunshine to come back, but we still had a really good time together as a family here at home. So I hope you guys had the same. I wanted to jump on here today and just send out a really quick video, just kind of going over this week's expectations for my classroom. We're talking April 14th through the 17th, so Tuesday through Friday this week. And I'm just going to go ahead and really quickly run you through the Schoology stuff and show you kind of where everything is, so everybody has an understanding of that going into the week, and we can all make sure that we get our work done. So as always, guys, if you've got any questions about anything, just shoot me an email and I will be happy to help you, okay? All right, so let's take a look then. If we go into Schoology, we've got, I'm in my first blocks course because that's just where I've landed today. But if you look in the reading course in Schoology, you're going to see this black folder. I'm going to use this little guy. This black folder here called Online Course Materials After Spring Break. That's where you're going to go from now on for anything that is going to be assigned by me unless you hear otherwise. So we're going to be in that reading Schoology file. I'm going to click on there right there, and I've got a April 14th to 17th online learning folder. I tried to keep everything very surface this time. There aren't any extra folders that go deep down so that assignments aren't going to get buried. I had a little some feedback from a couple different people where things were being hard to find. So I'm kind of just trying to keep everything at this top level inside of that online learning for this week's folder. If the very first thing at the top there are the requirements for April 14th through the 17th. I'll go through these very quickly with you. If you look there at the top, there is no reading log expected for this week. I know that the kids are going to be reading because they're going to be participating in book clubs, so I didn't think I'd make them go that extra step of having to track it as well. I know they're reading because they're participating in their book clubs, so we're going to call that square. The second thing is I am going to have them do Lexia this week. This is going to take the place of some of our writing instructions since a lot of our lessons are going to be based on reading and strategies for characterization this week. So I will be having them do Lexia this week. Same old standard 25 minutes. I'd like them to work in grammar. And I just put a little reminder down there, guys, that that if they meet, this is what I've been doing all year long, if they meet their individual minute goal in that subject area, I'll give them a bonus point for that as well. Same thing I've been doing all year. Number 3 down here on this list, this is going to be the big this is going to be the book club participation part. You'll notice there are 3 bullet points under here, and each one of these are an expectation for kids this week. So they're going to be participating in their Lisa Graff book clubs. That involves reading, obviously. When you go into the Schoology stuff, which I'll show you in a minute, you will see that there are schedules. And we did it on a daily basis and also like a bi-weekly or weekly type schedule. This is so that a kid can know where to stay with their reading, but be able to manage it however is best for them. If they want to sit down and read it all in one chunk, I'm cool with that. If they want to break it down into the daily thing, I'm totally cool with that too. I just want them to have the reading done by the time it's supposed to be done. So they have to read. They have to respond to their discussion question on their group board in Schoology. And I won't post these until Wednesday mornings because I want to make sure I give the kids some reading time before they jump in and try to respond to those. So those will be posted Wednesday mornings and will need to be responded to by the following Sunday. And then the last thing there for the book clubs is that you're going to need to, the kids are going to attend some virtual book club meetings, which I've set up on Google Meets, where we'll do a little video meeting of like the 4 or 5 or 6 of us, and we'll talk about the book. We'll talk about the work that they've been doing based on the lesson for that week, and just have about a 20-minute meeting. So I will expect kids to show up for those on time, and we'll talk about that in a minute too. The fourth thing for this week is going to be my actual reading lesson activity. I did a video already that I've posted that walks you through the work for this week. The video is about 14 minutes long, which is like way longer than I wanted it to be, but in order to go through all the different the examples on the model and things like that. I wanted to make sure I took the time to do that for kids. So please watch that video, and then you'll know exactly what you need to do on your activity this week. And then you'll complete your own chart based on your book club and submit that back to Schoology. Going out of that requirements document, you'll notice I've got a lot of things here. I've got the book club Schoology discussion board. So this just reminds you what you need to do when you go. Oh, sorry, this is the Hangout. Sorry, my bad. This is the Hangout and the meetings. So this is what they're going to have to do when they come to the actual book club meeting that I sent in their email an invite to. The one underneath that is the... Did I click both that? Okay, well, I put the wrong thing there apparently, so I'll have to replace that, but it will have the discussion board guidelines there as well. I apologize for that. I'll fix that as soon as I'm done here. The next thing then is there's a video here. It is a YouTube video of me talking them through the assignment, so they'll just click there and go into that. After they've watched that video there, they can see the videos here. So guidelines, and then video. There's a resource page, which is what I basically look at during the video, okay? So this is like the charts and things like that I would be going over with kids if we were at school. And then the lesson activity example is the thing that I go over to model the activity that the kids will be doing. This also shows up in my video, okay? So we got that. So you can see kind of an expectation for how kids should be completing theirs. And then you get down to this last one here. See that little yellow pencil there? That yellow pencil is always going to indicate to you that this is an assignment that needs to be resubmitted back into to be graded, okay? So when I click on that, you'll notice that it says, after watching the video, book club week 1 lesson, download these pages into Notability and complete them based on characters from your book club novel. Once you are done, submit it back to this assignment. And guys, all it is a blank version of that same chart I filled out and modeled for the kids during my video lesson. Okay, so that's what the kids are going to be expected to be working through this week. Aside from that, the only other thing I wanted to mention, I added in here an online extension, and you notice it says optional next to it. Online extension folder has a number of different activities inside of it that are just going to extend student learning. I've had some feedback from some parents who have said that the pace and the workload is right on, is perfect. Their kids are managing and it's great. I've had other parents who feel like their kids are drowning, and I have other parents who are begging me for extra work. People are all over the board right now, and I'm just trying to make sure everybody's happy. So with that being said, if you are somebody who's looking for an extra opportunity to extend your own learning or your child's learning, this would be where you'd want to go. None of this is going to be required, but it all is something that's there in case you want to do a little bit of extra writing. There's also, I've got this menu here where everything that's done in this menu can be put in. If you scan this QR code, it takes you to a Padlet where you can submit your work for any of these things. So just a lot of different options for you guys. I think that's like all I have for this week. Oh, look, you can see my whiteout. That's cool. And I took a picture. Woo. Okay, but anyway, that's all I've got for you guys today. As always, I'm here, parents, kids, whatever you guys need. I'm gonna I sent out a message this morning for missing work. So I'm going to go back through and see anybody who's turned stuff in since I sent that this morning. And then I'm going to go ahead and put zeros in for anything that's missing. I think if I do that, it will just kind of serve as like a, hey, look, you didn't do this. Because a lot of it, I'm sure, guys, is just you guys forgetting to submit stuff. And I'm obviously not going to penalize you for that right now. I know things are wacky and weird, and I'm going to be flexible and I'm going to be understanding. But I do want you to get it in. So if you've got a zero in there at all, do something about it. Even if it just means you send me an email and you go, help, I need to know what to do about this. I will help you out and we will get it done. Okay? I just want to make sure that you guys are holding yourselves accountable and you're still working hard. I know this is hard. I know it's difficult, and it would be way, way better if we were just at school and could see each other. But for right now, we're going to make this work. Okay? I'm here if you need me, guys. I miss you and I love you. Goodbye. Mwah.